Okay, so this is the last example on the worksheet. Notice that we've got x plus 3 squared over 36, excuse me, plus y squared over 64 equals 1. So when we go to identify our center would be -3, 0, because there is no number with the y, so no number means 0. Now, for the major and minor, we want to look at the denominators. We have 36 on the first denominator and 64 on the second. So since 64 is bigger, that's the a squared, and since it's under the y is the major, x is the minor. So this is going to be a vertical ellipse. So if 64 is the a squared, 36 is the b squared. For the vertices, we need to use the a value. 64 is a squared, therefore a is 8. For the foci, we need to use c squared. C squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. We're going to do 64 minus 36. Now that gives us 28. There's not a perfect square root to 28. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to factor tree that. And when you factor tree, you're going to get 2 root 7. If you did this on your calculator, you'd get like 5.2-ish, give or take. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's start with plotting our center and doing our vertices. So our center is -3, 0. Here's our center. Now because it's vertical, we're going to take that a value, we're going to go up 8 places. So that should put us up here. And then we're going to go from the center, go down 8 places, and that should put us down here. And so when we label those, you're at -3, 8. And -3, -8. Now remember, we're not moving side to side, so the -3s aren't changing. You're just changing the up and down. Now, for the foci, on the graph, you're going to estimate with about 5.2-ish. So you're going to go 5 and a little more. So from our center, if we were to count up 5 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go just a tad more, think about what you did. From the center, you went up. Up is like adding. What are you adding to? You're adding to the y value because it's an upward movement. So you're adding to the 0. Well, what's nice is when you add to 0, it's just that number. So that means you're at -3, but we're going to write it as 2 root 7. From the center, then you go down the 5.2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little more, 0.2. And so again, you're at -3, but that 0 you went down, so that's a -2 root 7. It looks awkward, just go with it. To find the width, you gotta go back and use the b value. B is 6. So from the center, you wanna go to the right 6, and you wanna go to the left 6. And that just tells you how wide it is. And so then from there, we're gonna draw our ellipse, which is decently big. And then finishing by finding our eccentricity, we take the c value, which is 2 root 7, and we put that over a, which is 8. Now notice at this point, 2 over 8 can reduce. And so when it reduces, you get root 7 over 4. And that would be that vertical ellipse.